Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, you guys, we thought we'd do a Real Talk in a new space today.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody notice anything a little different?
Yep.
Yep, we did that.
Yep.
Guys, it looks so good over here. It changes the whole feel. Tara and Jason, they kick butt. Thank you so much, White Rock Homestead, for coming over and for helping me and Gary with all of this. We can 100,000% say that the mudroom is officially dried in.
Mm-hmm.
Top down, all around the sides, everything. She's good, man. And it changes everything having the windows in, the doors in. It feels so different. Like now I, really can feel the space.
Yep.
I can really imagine how things are going to go in here. And we're that much closer. We are that much closer.
That much closer to it. Makes me happy. This is insane. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me that we got them all in. We got it all in. It's all done. It's a lot of windows and it's a lot of openings to seal in,
Yeah, it was.
It is awesome. If we really kicked butt, the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
We had Des and Don from not Hat Creek. Our flippin' homestead, right?
Our flippin' farmstead.
Our flippin' farmstead. Sorry.
She made the name change.
But yeah, with them coming over, helping out with, the sweeping and the taping and everything else like that, it helped out a lot to where we were able to actually get this done.
Yeah.
And then with White Rock coming out and helping us get the windows in, it just everything lined in perfectly. And it was, we had DD5 Mike out here as well helping me, and it was awesome to be able to have helping hands when it's like one of those things where it's like, this is one of the tedious parts to it, Had told Tara and Mel yesterday, I was like, well, I know you guys want to get a hold of a power tool or anything else like that, but I really need you guys to tape. And they gave me that look like, really? Come on. I was like, well, in all reality wise, the tape is probably one of the more important aspects to the build, and to be able to flash it correctly and to be able to put it in correctly. So it went really, really well with you guys taping everything and me and Jason being able to get the other side in and everything with the zip board and covered and everything else like that. It made it to where we were able to do a lot of different things at once, and to be able to get it, ready for the windows and the doors. Yeah. And it came to the point where I was like, all right, everything's all taped up. Everything's good. Let's get these windows in, and it was very smooth sailing.
It was super smooth sailing. I will say, but yesterday's video, I did a lot of, we talked, for just a little bit, kind of telling everybody what we were going to do. Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of you guys being a fly on the wall. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to edit that one together. But because we had such a big task of getting all of this dried in, because last night we did get rain. Guess what? It's dry in here. Everything's perfect.
Everything is good.
But because we knew we were having the rain, and we were only going to have Tara and Jason just for yesterday, and we wanted to do that final push, right? We were like, okay, I want to film, obviously, but I don't want to focus so much on the filming. I really just want to get after it. Yeah. So this video is going to be a good video, but I will say it's not as cinematic or whatever as some of my other videos have been in the past, just because we set y'all down and we were getting after it. Yeah. It should still be a really good video. And in fact, I'm going to work on editing it today for you guys, so that way y'all can have it tomorrow. Today, Gary and I do have some things on the agenda. Yep. But it's going to mostly be Gary rocking it out. And I don't even know if you're going to film any of it.
It's going to be a lot more tedious, and where I'm going to be is going to be inside the cabin to where the light's not really there.
Yeah. We do have those overhead lights, but still.
I'm going to have to use the cord in order to use what I'm doing and everything. So they're not going to be lights regardless. Yeah. So it's going to be really hard for me to be able to do it. But basically all I'm going to be doing is cleaning. We got all the windows out, all the doors out, and there is so much sawdust and pieces of wood and just everything all over the place where we need to clean it up and get it to where, okay, this is functional, you know, and I want to go outside before the rain really hits or anything else.
Yeah, we got more rain tonight.
Outside as well, so I can start tidying up everything around, you know, the work site and the job sites and everything else. So
yeah, it's gotten to that point where we've been just like work, and then when we get off the job site, we clean up, but we mostly just clean up our tools.
Yeah,
we leave all the scraps everywhere.
Like, oh, we'll deal with that here in another day.
We leave all the scraps and all that stuff just like lying around, but we put the tools away. That's the important part, you know. At least it's not sitting out in the rain. But
it's it is coming to that point where it's like we're going to be doing a lot of other things and trying to get things rolling. We do have some wood over here, if you can see it in there in the video or whatnot. Those are for the ceiling joists for the outside deck area where the stoop is and the overhang is and everything else like that. So those are all cut and ready to go. I just need to put my layout up there and nail them into place and finish up a little bit of zip board outside and whatnot. There's not a whole lot. It's mainly the actual posts that I want to zip board and everything.
Yeah, because the whole mudroom is completely zipped in and stuff. And even like the top, because when Gary and Mike were working on it, they closed in that top part. Well, Jason and Gary yesterday did the other top part for like that overhang area. So yeah, but I don't think we're going to get to any of this woodworking today.
No,
we'll probably get to that tomorrow.
We have somebody coming over today with the pest control company and whatnot.
They're going to do the termite pre-treatment.
Yep. So that's going to be very interesting. That's partly why I want to start cleaning up and everything else like that. I'm like, well,
I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Let me clean all this stuff up, make your job a little easier, and so it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to get that termite treatment done though.
Yeah, it's just another layer of protection for our investment. I mean, if we think about it, like we live in the forest, it's pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but it is kind of like an insurance in a way, because if termites ever come, they have this policy where like whatever's damaged, they will cut us a check to replace and not have us do it. Like they'll hire somebody out to come and do it if we wanted them to. But me and Gary being me and Gary, we probably would do it ourselves. But either way, some of you guys know that there's like a cabin that's like in the property next door to us, like closer to CRC spot, and there is an abandoned cabin there. And we're friends with the neighbor before he passed and stuff, and Anthony and Gary and everybody got to walk all over there and check everything out. And it's a nice cabin. It was built in like the 80s, but I promise you that there's been termites in there.
Yep.
And if there's termites like right there next to us, then obviously they're here in this area.
Yep, so, and we want to make sure that our house does not get eaten away, you know.
And we're working way too hard for this house.
I'd be very devastatedly irritated in so many different ways if that was the case. Yeah. So I'm happy that, you know, we're getting that going. But it is one of those things that it's like, man, that price is,
yeah, it's painful.
Dang, all right, you know.
Very painful. And to be honest with you, like double what I was honestly expecting it to be.
Yeah.
But again, I really don't know what to say about it. It's one of those things where like, if you want it, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, and we do want it because, you know, I know that they're in the area. And it would only be, it might not happen this year, it might not happen next year, it might not happen until 10 years from now, but either way, we're covered. So,
yeah. So makes us a little happier in the way that everything is with that. And I'm really excited about that borax or bore or whatever.
It's borax.
Whatever treatment that they put into the stud wall and the cavities, that's going to get done. Yep. And that is something that is like crucial to get done on any build that you do, mainly because it protects against all bugs. It's not just one or the other. It's all of them.
So we shouldn't have any critters. And like, you know how bad Gary's had to go to war with like the ladybugs and stuff, man? Like that's partly what Gary's cleaning, all the sawdust, but there has got to be literally like 1,000 or more ladybugs that are just dead.
I would even say about 1 million.
1 million. He's over-exaggerating now.
Dude, I just swept up in our room area, and the pile was like this big by like this tall. I don't know. I think 1 million might be close to it, man. I'm just saying.
Probably closer to like maybe 10,000. All right, maybe 10,000.
It's a butt ton.
There's a lot. There's a lot of ladybugs, and you know how Gary's had to go to war with them, and I guess the treatment and stuff that he's going to do to ward off like the termites and all this stuff, it should help with those things as well. That's what he said, and I believe him because he's in the industry. So.
Yep.
So hopefully we won't be attacked as much, you know, like Gary legit had to go to war with those things when you're outside building sometimes. And I make it comical and funny, haha, but I know that in the moment you're just like, rassum, frassum, grr. Like,
losing my dang mind. Like, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah. I'm gonna lose it.
Yosemite Sam is coming out.
Yep.
Yeah. But hopefully we won't have to deal with that. And it's good we're getting it done now while everything is still bones, before we're running any electricity or insulation, plumbing, any of that kind of stuff. It's perfect timing for us to get it done. So, yeah. Speaking of kind of like the next step, so quick update on the roof, right? So you know how I was kind of teasing about the different colors and stuff that I wanted for the roof? I have it pretty set in my mind on what I want. You guys are just gonna have to wait to figure out what it is. But we're dropping, again, it's another big purchase, and I don't want to spend that much money without actually having like a sample of the metal in my hands so I can look at the color instead of just looking at a screen that shows me the color. Because I've been screwed so many times when it comes to buying paint, ordering like shirts and clothes and stuff online. You think it looks one way and then you get it and it looks a totally different way. So we have been talking with the rep. Everything is good to go there. Legit, all they need is what color.
Yep.
They have everything else. And so they're mailing us off some samples. And as soon as I get that, I'll be able to make a decision pretty much that day.
Per the tracking and everything, we should be getting that on Friday.
Okay. So there's an ETA on that.
So we should have a decision by Saturday.
Definitely by Saturday.
And be ordering it fully and everything else. So.
Yep. And then we'll be able to find out from them when the delivery will be, and then we're going to have to work with David and figure out when we can get Uber. Like, we'll figure out when the delivery is, and then we'll coordinate with David to have Uber here to unload it. And then I don't think it's going to be like that day we go Team Go. I think it's going to be like a week or two after that we have all the Fram Bam come out, and then we can go Team Go, because we do have some friends that are going to be helping us that have regular 9-to-5s, and we have to be they're helping us. So we have to kind of go to their schedule and what's going to work for them and their timing. They have other people have different projects they're in the middle of and stuff too. Plus, like the regular 9-to-5s, and just when Gary and I do call all the Fram Bam over here to do this, we want to make sure that it's go Team Go. We don't want to have anything holding up anything that we need to do beforehand, but I think that we have everything pretty good. There was like a fascia board or something.
Fascias.
Yeah.
So we can install the metal before the fascia goes in. The problem is when we get to the rakes, we sort of need the fascia installed to be able to put the rakes in. So we're going to definitely want to work on the fascias. And I've been doing a lot of my the background aspects of figuring out numbers and figuring out, okay, what size can we do? There is some discrepancies with our sub fascias. So I was figuring that out actually yesterday when we had the windows and I was talking to Jason and everything. I was like, okay, I need to put in my soffits and make it to where everything lines out. If you get if you have a 2x4, then, and you get a 2x4 width of trim, you're not going to have any way to hide that, the soffit area. So you go a little bit bigger. Well, I have 2x6s on some of the sub fascias. So if I go with the 2x6, it'll work out great for the 2x4, but the 2x6, I'm going to have that same issue where I'm not going to be able to hide that soffit area or the trim area right there. I'm going to have to do some weird trim. Don't want to do that. I want to make it as easy as possible. So we're gonna definitely go with the not 2x8, but it's basically the width of a 2x8, right? So it's 7.25 to 7.5, right around that ballpark. And we'll use like LP siding that's got the cedar texture of wood or whatever that we can actually stain and do all that stuff. And yeah, so I think that that's going to be the best way to go about it, to where we can install it real quickly, at least all the way around. When it gets over to the back deck area, I'm not going to lie, my brain is still wrapped in a how am I going to box this area out with a roof coming this way, do a 45 that way, and trying to box that in. I'm not going to mess with my brain too much on that. I'll just run everything to where it's good. And then if I have to come back and piece another piece in there to sort of hide everything, and then caulk the seams, so be it.
Yeah.
But biggest thing is the main portion of the actual fascia being installed, because the cleat that we have to install goes onto the fascia, if that makes any sense. Because we're not going to be able to, basically, the way that the rake clips in, or that trim piece, you have a cleat down here, and you have to clip that into the place, as well as you have a Z channel on the top side that clips into place, and it clips in on both sides. And in order to have that cleat there, you have to have that attached to the fascia area, where all we have right now is subfascia. So if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to put the full length of what I need there, So it makes it a little interesting, not going to lie, but it should make it all pan out. I've been doing a lot of back end mental, head banging against the wall aspect, but I'm figuring out all that number stuff. So that's important. And we'll be able to get things rolling and keep it moving forward. Yeah,
I'm very, very excited. So like with all of the good luck, possibly, we might be able to get our metal delivery as early as the end of this month. I think would be like the absolute fastest, just because of it's the very beginning of February. But they said that it can take anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks, and I don't see them coming any sooner than 3 weeks. Like that's the earliest, pretty much they said, because they have to they're a metal manufacturer and distributor, so like our order, they're going to be cutting everything to order for us, which is going to make the installation a whole lot easier because less stuff for us to have to cut and deal with.
We're still going to have to cut, but
yes, but it's
going to be
like it's going to be trimmings that we're going to have to cut. It's not like we're having to measure and cut these full long sheets. It's going to be like we have to trim it off basically.
Yeah.
So 3 weeks would be like the earliest that we'd be able to get our order as soon as we put it in. So let's just say like we put our order in on Saturday, right? 3 weeks, that puts us at the end of the month for February. A worst case scenario is 6 weeks. That would put us in the middle of March or towards the end of March. So that's essentially what we're working with between now and then. While that's kind of going on in the background, Gary and I have so much stuff that we're going to start working on, getting things ready for like the inside of the cabin. We have a lot of things that we're trying to, I guess, kind of work on at once. We still need to finish immediately. We're going to finish this last little bit of zip board. We're going to use all of these boards and stuff and kind of finish out this outside porch area. And one thing before we get too excited and start moving full speed inside the house, because I know that Gary and I are both like, it's those stairs.
Yep.
So we need to shovel life reclaimed.
It's looking like the weather is going to be holding out. But I did see something for Monday.
Yeah.
Where it's going to start dipping down a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it all goes. If we can have a good solid week of above 40, then it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And we should be all right,
And that's the thing, man, is we've been, this mudroom, it might seem to some like it's taken a while, but to me, it feels like it's gone by really fast.
Yep.
If you don't count when we first poured the footers, because we poured the footers in like the summertime or like the end of summer. I think it was after Freedom Fest over at 3 Mississippis. But we actually didn't build this platform here on top of it until like mid-October.
Yep.
And then we had holidays, and then we had a ton of rain, and we had snow, and we have life that we're living as well, and other things that need our attention. But from mid-October to now, I think that that's phenomenal speed, especially considering all the things that we've been having, all the hurdles we've jumped over. I am super proud. I'm super happy with it. This adds so much beauty to the exterior of our house when you're looking at it. It was pretty before, but now it's like beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I'm just so excited, guys. Got all the stuff is done. Everything's working out as it's meant to. Again, thank you to all of our sweet friends that have lended us a helping hand the last few days. And thanks, Tim, for retiring, because Tim's retirement party was kind of what like put the hooty-hoo out for everybody to gather.
Yep.
And then since everyone's gathered, you know, everyone's like, let's work on this, let's work on that. And yeah.
It was good.
It is good. It was really good.
I still can't believe it though. We got
I know.
it all in there.
I'm in awe, guys. I'm in awe. This is so awesome. And like right where Gary and I are sitting too is where in the future I'm planning to have kind of like our little kick it spot on the porch or on the mudroom, right? This is going to be like our little kick it spot, because right where you guys are is where you're going to be walking in and out of the house. And so like we'll have storage and different things, kind of like when you come in the door, be able to kick your shoes off and stuff, have a little bit of storage, go inside the house. This will be more of like chill out front. And I can't wait, man. I can see it already. I can have like my little herb garden kind of going here with all these windows growing in the windows.
Should be good.
It's all happening. It's all happening.
It's looking really good.
I know.
Still can't believe it.
It's been a long time of coming, friends, but one day at a time, we're making it happen.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to get out the goo gone.
Yeah, all these windows.
All the stickers off and everything else.
Yeah, they don't want to peel off so easy. Otherwise, we would have just peeled them off already. But when we start trying to peel them, they just rip, and then it makes a big mess.
It's like, man, I don't. Okay.
And I know
you're staying on there until I get my goo gone out and my razor and.
Yeah, I know. We've had these windows up in the cabin, and we've had, you know, it's been on there for a long time. That'll be something that maybe we get done here, like in some of this in-between time. But for now, though, I do got to run. I got to edit out the video for you guys for tomorrow and, you know, do the homeschool stuff with the kids. Gary's going to get up here and finish preparing for that, the guy to get here and do all of that treatment, the pre-treatment stuff. And then we're going to continue on and keep having a good old day. I hope you guys have a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you guys are doing good today.
It's going to be an amazing day today.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a really productive one.
Yes.
Yeah, but in a little bit different ways, but still very productive either way.
Yep.
But we're going to be bringing you guys along for another one tomorrow, so stay tuned and keep your notifications turned on Simple Life. I'll be getting that video out for you guys tomorrow as well. So I hope you guys have a great day today, and we'll check back in with you tomorrow. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.